Now then, 1, 2, 3. Not in a Jimmy Savile way, just in a Yorkshire way. Now then, how are you, sort of thing. The title's on the video because I'll have obviously future meal have put it on there, so there's no surprises. This is a steak challenge, and I've called it. I hope I've called it. I hope I've called it Show Us Your Steak, because if I've changed my mind, it's going to look stupid, isn't it? What else? Shows your steak. Steak out, something to do with steak, but I think I'm sticking with Show Us Your Steak, the Show Us Your Steak challenge. Don't know, mate, don't know. We'll run with it and see if it has legs, shall we? So this is it, right? Look, I'm blending in, so it's important, it's really important that, for me anyway, when I'm in the woods, just to blend in a little bit, because you don't want to be seen, because a lot of the time I'm trespassing, or you're not allowed to have fires on, you know, where I come anyway. You're not allowed to have fires or camp sometimes, so it's nice not to be seen. Blend into the background a little bit, and you've got more chance of seeing wildlife if you blend into your surroundings. So what I'm doing is I'm just letting this fire die down a little bit. I've just chopped some, I've got a mixture of hazel, a little bits of hazel, but I've got some super bits of dead oak. Look at that, seasoned as you like. No bark on it, so less smoke. Awesome. So I'm just going to let that die down to coals, and then I'm going to cook a steak. Not just any old steak, I'm going to try and do the best steak I can in the woods. That's the challenge. That's the challenge, is to come into the woods on your Todd, or with your friends if you've got them, unlike me, or your girlfriend if you've got them, unlike me, and just cook a steak. Film it. It can be as elaborate. You can do a Martin Scorsese hazy on it, make it a little bit flamboyant. Right, mate. Or you can just film it on your iPhone and cook the cheapest steak you can. Just flash fry it. Done. But the point of the video is, we're raising awareness for men's mental health. Okay, that's not to say that women are included. You are. Come in. Get in here, because all 12 of my female supporters, I love you all. You know, you're beautiful. It's just, I feel that the majority of people that watch my videos are men, big like me, big burly men, and he says with jumper on,
Yeah, big burly men, some ex-military, some just, you know, like me, ex-special forces or whatever. And we, us men, and in general, find it difficult to talk about mental health because it's looked at as a sign of weakness. You know, if your noggin's going a little bit, or you feel a little bit disconnected, or a little bit socially, social anxiety, or whatever it is. I've got a lot of friends who suffer from it, and it's, you know, I think it's getting more and more common these days with the way that we live our lives, this sort of prescribed way that we have to work 9 till 5 and we've got to keep up with these set rules, and we all sort of vibrate on this frequency that's dictated by the media, by newspapers, by the news, by social media. You know, they set like a benchmark of how we have to live, and to be quite honest, it's bullshit. It is absolutely bullshit. The whole model is wrong, I believe, and that's why so many people feel disconnected and a bit depressed or whatever it may be. So I'm doing this video and to just talk about it, just to bring it out into the open, because I get a lot of people private messaging me saying that my videos have helped them with, you know, they feel a bit anxious or depressed, or they've had a bad time, and just a little bit of, you know, coming out into the woods or whatever, or even vicariously coming out into the woods with me, has helped them a lot. So I'm just breathing life into it and making it real by talking about it. So I thought, right, this is it. This is my plan. It's going to go viral. We're going viral. We're going viral. It's the ice bucket challenge all over again. I'm going to cook a steak. I'm going to make it the best steak I possibly can. Hopefully I won't botch it, but if I do, that's life. And then I'm going to tag 3 people, 3 of you, and you'll have, let's give you 2 weeks. Don't take 2 weeks though, because let's get the ball rolling. But you've got 2 weeks in which to show us your steak. Go to the woods, cook a steak, just voice men's mental health. Just voice it, just say it. The reason I'm doing this is because of men's mental health. That will help. I promise you it will help. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of links below, maybe to the Samaritans, just to Mind, or men's mental health charities below. You can donate if you want, you don't have to. But it's something that you can go on and you can look at, you know, see some statistics, maybe talk to people if you need to. You can always talk to me if you want, for what it's worth. You know, talk to each other for what it's worth. And let's just break the stigma of it. Right, so that's what I'm doing anyway. And this is the Show Us Your Steak challenge. This is where it started. If, like, in a couple of months when this spreads like wildfire and everyone's doing it, this is where it started. This is the nucleus. This is, you know, in Outbreak, that little monkey that started it all. I'm the little monkey and I'm starting it all. Shows you steak. It's not like shows you dick, is it? Shows you... Nah, if it was shows you pork, that sounds a little bit more like shows you dick, but I think shows you steak is a good one. Quite catchy. Shows you steak. SOS. Show... Oh no, it isn't show us your... S-U-Y-S. Alright, forget that. SOS. Show our steaks. SOS. Help. No. We'll get her cooked up and we'll see what she looks like. See if we can cook her to perfection. And then we'll get our 3 tags done, and we'll throw this off the edge of the cliff and let it snowball into something good, hopefully. If you find a dead bit of wood, more often than not, you can peel it away. There we are. And you get a nice little bumper crop of wood lice. These little fellas, look. Get a bigger one so you can see. There. Them things. And they make for good eating. You can... I don't know if you can see him anyway. There he is. You know, you can if you want. I'll just eat him. When you get a couple in at once, Yeah, they taste like, well, they're wood lice, so they taste a little bit woody, believe it or not. They're a little bit fishy, like, I think they are a crustacean. Yeah, like fishy wood. Which on paper sounds pretty naff, but they're alright. They're not going to kill you. It's calories. So, and if you get a bit of wood like that, there's about 20 of them in there, so it doesn't take long to collect a handful of them. And in a survival situation, it's all good calories. Right, that's nearly done. It's coming on lovely. The thing is, if you're cooking really thick steaks, you don't want to flash fry it too much. You want to have it away from the fire for quite a while, because all too often you'll think it's done because it's charred on the outside, and then it's gelatinous and undercooked in the middle. If you like it that way, that's fine. I like mine. It depends what cut it is. If it's fillet, I like it rare, but if it's a ribeye, then it's medium rare, because you've got to let a bit of that fat render down. And that's what this is. It's just a tomahawk steak, or caveman steak, or cowboy steak, whatever you want to call it. And it's just the ribeye with the bone left in. And obviously anything with a bone in it, same with fish, it just gives it more flavour. And that's feeling, we're not far off. We're not far off at all. And it's pretty seared already. But there is something you can do. I think this one's straight from Delia Smith. So what we do is we just give it a final blast of fire to seal in the flavour, and then we let it rest for about 5 to 8 minutes, just to let all the juices settle and the meat relax. Yeah, so let's blast it. Don't try that at home, skids. Get her off. Look at that. Beautiful. And the garlic should be nice and soft yet. Okay. That's good. Let's let that rest. Right, so that's the steak. We're going to let that rest. Let it have a chill out, and I'll get this off. Stoke her up a little bit, and we shall make a little sauce, a little sauce pot. You saucy beggar. What are we going to use for this sauce? What do you think? There you are. I don't know if, we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Half for the sauce. We'll reduce that, and then I can drink the rest with my steak, can't I? Just making a reduced Northern Monk beer sauce. Whatever. So what we do is the garlic that's been slow cooking, you can just burst each clove, and it just smushes on like a butter, like a fresh garlicky butter. Oh, that smells good. That smells really good. So that's reduced now. And what we're going to do is just finish it off with a knob of butter. This just gives it like a velvety vibe. There you go. There you go. Didn't know I could cook, did you? One of my many talents. There you go. Look at that sauce. That is wonderful. Beer and butter sauce, right. Also, what we've got in here, I've just got some, you've seen some tin foil. I just smashed it. It's just a bit of cracked black pepper, salt, garlic powder, just a few dry mixed herbs. I know it looks like wacky backy, but it isn't. We'll smash that over it once we've cut our steak up. Yeah, Northern Monk sauce. What? That smells delicious. Okay, we'll cut the bone off. I mean, it's juicy as fooshed. Ah. Not bad. Right, then we finish her off with a little blast of the salt and pepper and garlic over the top. That's the flavour. There we go. Season it. So that's seasoned, and then the pièce de résistance. Our Northern Monk beer and butter sauce over the top. Just drizzle that on there. Oh, you what, mate? And there you have it. The steak platter with beer and butter sauce. Well, anyway, that's nice. That's nicely pink, crispy on the outside, charred with the butter and beer and butter and all that wonderful stuff. Aha. Oh my word. Washed down with a can of pale ale, Northern Monk. What a wonderful way to have my tea. That's my my own little creation. Okay, mate. I see. Unreal. Right. There's no need for you to watch me eat all this. Shout out every 1980s children's TV presenter. I found this by the canal in Sheffield. It had been fly tipped along with a load of other stuff. So it was free, so don't knock it. And I'm man enough to wear it. My fire's just dying down. I'll make sure that's out. Cheers to Steven Seagal, always, for keeping an eye out. Right, oh. So my 3 tags. I hope this works, lads, because I just think it's a good way to talk about mental health. Good way to do it. Right, 3 people. I'm going to tag you. You've got 2 weeks to show us your steak. You just want to film yourself going into the woods. All you need to do, into the woods, cook a steak, let's have a look, do whatever you want with it. You don't have to be as lavish as me. You don't have to do a reduced northern monk and butter sauce, whatever. You don't have to do that. You can do what you like. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, by all means, do a mushroom or whatever. Do like a vegan or do a vegetarian version of it. No danger. But what you've got to do, the rules are, you've got 2 weeks to do it. You show us your steak, and then just put a link below your video to any mental health charity you want, or just put a blurb or a fact about mental health, or talk about it, whatever. That's it. You don't have to spend any money. You can if you want, but that's it. So I'm going to put my links below to men's mental health charities. Click on them if you need it, or talk in the comments, or talk to me if you're suffering, because group hug, you're not alone. Right, so my tags. First of all, it's got to be my boy and yours, Mike from TA Outdoors. There you go, sunshine. You've got 2 weeks, mate, to show us your steak. I know you can rack up a steak, and yeah, you've got 2 weeks to do it. If you do it quicker than 2 weeks, then, and I know you will, more power to you. And then you've got to tag 3 people, mate. My second one is Carlisle 195, because I thought about that. He's a chef, so it's easy. It's a busman's holiday for you, mate. I think his name's John. A busman's holiday for you, mate. You can do it in one of your fancy camps, and you've got 2 weeks in which just to show us a steak, mate. Just cook us a steak. It's to show us your steak, and then you tag 3 people, a charity or just something about mental health, or just mention it. Just say Hazy told me to mention mental health, men's mental health, and then bosh your steak out, nominate your 3 people, and get on with your life. Easy peasy. Third and finally, as the light fades, let's jump across the waters. Joe Robinette, my boy, my home slice, my homie from another home. You, sunshine, bam son. You've got 2 weeks, mate. I know you're big time and that, but you just do it for your Uncle Hazo. You've got 2 weeks. Get yourself out, take a scout, rack us up a steak, and nominate 3 people. Mention something about men's mental health. Chuck it down below your video. I'm trolling everyone I know with this, but I truly believe in it. I think it's a good idea, and I think it gets, in this sort of male-dominated space, it gets everybody talking about it, and you know, maybe breaks the stigma about it a little bit. And if I can help do that, then that's all good. Yeah. There you go, boys. You've got 2 weeks, and can everybody else do me a favour? Can you all go to TA Outdoors, Carlisle 195, and Joe Robinette, and can you tell them that I've tagged them? and force them to do this, to show us their steaks. As my fire dies down, Seagal's looking a little bit tired, so I'm going to finish my beer and polish off this steak and then make my way out of here. So that's that. Don't let me down, lads. You've got 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks in which to just film yourself cooking a steak. Make it as elaborate or as simple as you like. And just say it's for mental health. If you don't want to talk about mental health and it's a little bit much, then just say Uncle Azo told me to tell you. Blame it all on me, and that's fine. Right, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you. Take it easy. One love. Peace.